Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is February the 8th, and I'm Chris Allen here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. All right, we've got a pretty good looking forecast for today. It's not going to be all rainy. There's going to be some rain coming in, maybe even some thunderstorms once we get into later this evening and into early Thursday morning. Some of those could even be strong with some gusty winds, but temperatures are still warm. Yesterday, we almost hit 70. Almost. 69 was the official high temperature at the Bowling Green Airport. And 49, that's where we should be on average. So we were 20 degrees. We hit that spot, 20 degrees above average for temperature, high temperature this time of the year. And that's quite significant. And it just shows you the warmth that is coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico. And it's all been streaming in here from the south. And we're going to continue to get that warm air. In fact, you can see that kind of stalled boundary to the south of us. This is going to come northward across southern Kentucky as a warm front as we get on into the day. And that warm front is going to continue to bring in that warmer air to the north of us. And eventually, we're going to go right back into the 60s today. Maybe not 70, but at least it'll be 60s. For today. And then you see not only that, but the shower activity that is trying to work its way off to the north and east. There's not a lot of it, and it is pretty light until you get back here into parts of Arkansas. Then that's where some of the heavier rains are occurring right now. There's also a bit of we talked about this yesterday, a severe weather threat over the area, but it's a marginal risk. And by that, I mean a level 1 low end risk. I talked about this yesterday about how it is kind of conditional. I don't really see this being a big deal today or tonight. The greater risk of severe weather is down from Memphis to Little Rock and on down where the main low pressure system is, which is, I can show this to you, which is off right now about Tyler, Texas, outside of Dallas, Fort Worth. It is this area that in parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, you're already seeing some of those thunderstorms starting there northwest of Baton Rouge. That's where some of the more threatening weather is going to be today. But for us, I think we're going to be on the north side of this thing. That low pressure system, by the way, is going to travel more in a northerly fashion, kind of away from us, or at least the center of low pressure is going to be away from us. So I think we may get a strong thunderstorm out of this later on this evening or even early tomorrow morning, but it's not going to be one of those situations where you have to stay up all night and wonder, are we going to get some warnings or how bad is this going to be? It's not going to be like that. We'll just have to wait and see what kind of other dynamic shows up, like daytime heating. I don't think that's going to be quite an issue either. The wind is the main thing. The winds are going to be kind of howling at times from the south at 25, 35, even up to 40 miles per hour as we get into tonight and early tomorrow. And that to me is a little more concerning. We could have what I call gusty showers, not necessarily thunderstorms, but gusty showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder. But I'll get into the details here in a little bit. Let's show you the 10-day model blender, and we're still dealing with the warm air, which is okay because it feels nice. That almost 70 yesterday, it's going to be closer to 65, 64 today. Then low 60s for tomorrow as some of the showers and thunderstorms roll through. And here's that little bit of a cool down, but even that 55 on Friday is still 6 degrees above average. Now, the coolest day still looks like Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be on the cooler side of things. But even then, 47 is only a couple of degrees shy of the average of 49. So it just kind of puts us back kind of where we ought to be for this point in February. But then we climb right back up and we do the same thing all over again. We're going to see back into the 50s and back into the 60s as we get into the middle of next week, followed yet by another cool down, which is going to happen next weekend. You know, by that time, we're already past Valentine's Day and we're into the middle of February already. It'll soon be March before you know it. And it's like you'll think, because February is shorter, you'll think, did we even have a month of February? I mean, it almost feels that way sometimes, you know, because it's already starting to feel that way. All right, here's a look at the Kentucky mesonet sites across the state. And this is the temperatures as of 5 a.m. And we see 40s and 50s. It's very mild across the state. And there's a bit of a breeze. The winds are coming out of the north right now, sort of light-ish. But let's show, you know, sometimes you do get a little bit of a breeze at 10 miles per hour, but it's really not anything too breezy. But those winds are going to ramp up later today for sure as we get the draw from the Gulf of Mexico and along that frontal boundary. Okay, let's show you the forecast for rainfall, thunderstorm activity, and all of that. Here is a look at the models showing, you know, this blue here is some light rain. Here's Bowling Green right here in the middle. Always keep it in the middle. Nashville, Paducah, there's E-Town, Louisville, Evansville, so forth and so on. So I'll put this into motion. You can see the timeline move down here at the bottom of the screen. Here we go into later this morning. The models are trying to spit out a little bit of light rain. Anything we get today, I think, is either going to be nothing or it's going to be light rain showers. Here we go into 5 o'clock this afternoon. Thunderstorms to the west of us with that low pressure system. Tonight, we'll start to see a little better coverage. You'll see it. Here's midnight. And now we go into Thursday morning early. Yeah, all of that is thunderstorm activity moving right across. About this time tomorrow morning is when I do expect the kind of the crux of any kind of thunderstorm activity to move through. And then this thing is out of here as we get into Thursday afternoon and the sun will come back out and we're done with that. So there's, again, still not a lot of confidence in this being anything severe, even though we do have a risk of severe storms that I showed you yesterday. And here's the updated map. It actually takes in, where did it go? There it is. It actually takes in a little more territory, as you can see, from I-65 west is that dark green shaded area, which is a level 1 marginal risk. So that's on the low end of things, not very high confidence. The confidence is high in gusty winds more than anything else. This is going to be a wind-driven system. Therefore, we call it a dynamic system because of the winds. If we get any, you know, shearing going on, then it becomes a concern that the winds are changing altitude or changing direction with altitude, and then that poses a whole different threat. But I think this is more of a conditional threat. It's more of a, even though there's high confidence in the winds that could do something, tornado threat and actual severe thunderstorm threat is not that high. This is mainly about the winds. So when the winds start howling tonight, overnight, early tomorrow morning, as that line comes in with the thunderstorm activity, I think that's when we're going to have to watch this. But otherwise, I'm not all that confident in this being that big of a deal. But as usual, I will be here and keep an eye on it no matter what time it is, early in the morning, or if it's around, looks like it's going to be around this time tomorrow morning. So I'll be here anyway to watch it. All right, let's take a look at the maps now and get you going with how things are going to look. Here's the current system to the south, which is going to come north, as I showed you, as a warm front. As that low pressure system deepens over Texas and Oklahoma, that is going to send that moisture back into southern Kentucky. The severe weather threat today, as I showed you, that slight risk down into Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, and Arkansas. There's the low, and it continues to strengthen as it moves north. There it is at about 1,007 millibars into this evening. Then we get into tomorrow. It goes to 1,000 millibars. And we have showers and thunderstorms. This is what's going to come through about 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here we go into Thursday afternoon. The front comes on through. This goes to 995 millibars as it strengthens going up into the Great Lakes, and a cluster of thunderstorms around the low because of the deepening of it, strengthening of it. So here we go into Thursday, midday, Thursday afternoon into Friday, actually Thursday night into Friday. There's going to be some wraparound moisture. We'll watch this draw in the colder air that is going to come in for part of the weekend, and a little bit of a straw here, what I deem like a straw, this disturbance from a closed low pressure system, not very strong, but enough to tap into moisture and, like a straw, siphon it up into our area. And with the draw of the colder air back behind it, this is going into Friday night into Saturday morning. It just updated on me. You saw it flash. Let me get back there. Okay, here we are. There's going to be some light snow or a mix to the north of us, but we'll stay warm enough to keep it rain. And it would be light rain. You see some snow showers over in the eastern part of the state by Saturday morning, Saturday midday. High pressure builds in. Yes, it will be colder, but it's not going to get cold enough for us to see anything as far as frozen precipitation. Then high pressure builds in, and we're good to go until about Tuesday. We see another low pressure system, actually a couple of them, develop out west, pick up on moisture, and with a stalled frontal boundary right over Kentucky. Even though it's not painted in, we'll see showers from Monday night into Tuesday of next week. But by then, as you saw in the 10-day blender, we're going to warm right back up into the 50s and 60s, and no worries about any kind of wintry weather for us. So a little bit of rain today, a lot more tonight. Tomorrow morning, there could be maybe a strong, windy, gusty storm, but then it's over. All right. Headed to the radio station, Sam 100.7. Here this morning for the morning show from 6 to 10. I hope you tune in because I've got several opportunities for you to win something. I've got Lone Star Championship Rodeo tickets to give away for this coming Sunday at the Ag Expo Center. I've got tickets to Sinatra and Friends, which is Saturday night at Sky Pack. And then I've got Good Stuff, Coffee and More cards to give away. And these cards will allow you to get 5 free cups of coffee for 1 month at Good Stuff. It's a new coffee shop that is located right next door to Lost River Pizza on Nashville Road. I haven't yet tried it. I may go by there this morning because they open at 5. So they just opened. I could go by and get a cup of coffee, maybe a blueberry muffin, or they've got some other treats. And it's not just coffee, but they've got a lot more. Good Stuff, Coffee and More, now open, and they're open as of 5 a.m. Like it's 5:06 according to my clock when I recorded this, so I may just stop in this morning and give it a try, and I'll let you know. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. You know me, I'll tell you. I don't care. But I'll probably like it because it's from the folks at Lost River Pizza. So there you go. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.